कौन सी महफिलों में जाओगे, दर्द अपना किसे सुनाओगे, मौन मानव के साथ धोखा है, और सच कहोगे तो मारे जाओगे। To which gathering would you attend where you can open your heart and ascribe your pain? If you remain silent, you are betraying the humanity, and if you say the truth, you shall be killed. I'm so happy, or Ram must have been very happy after 14 years of exile when he returned home in Ayodhya. I have been returning to this place after 28 years as a speaker. So, my brother was in prison. I was here employed. I left the job immediately as soon as he was out. I spent as much time in India during 75 and 77 as which I could to visit him in prison in Banaras, which was 400 miles away from Meerut. For some reason they put him there. So it was hard for us to see him. And because you go 2 days coming and going in half an hour meeting. But once we were allowed with my little son, who was about 7-8 years old at that time, in the jail, and we went from the big jail to the little, to more little, then we reached that solitary confinement. So, and I said, what kind of freedom do we live in? I mean, these were the basic times when I felt that where am I? You know, here I was telling the children, you should grow up. America has enough. There are plenty of people there. We should come back here, serve the country, and etc., etc. All the dreams that I dreamt, which I could never fulfill. I kept writing to him in jail. At that time, when Indraji said, sit down, intellectuals lay down. I was so much, I saw so much of the cowardice in 1975, which I did not witness in 1942, when I was only 10 years old. And when there was no railroads, there was no motors, there was nothing. But at that time, my illiterate mother kept us happy. My sister-in-law illiterate, all these sisters, they kept us moving. My father died when my brother was in jail, when I was 9 years old. She didn't shed a single tear. So it is basically what I learned about these things is not from the Harvard, not from Berkeley. It was from my illiterate mother, first of all, and illiterate sister. 1975, when everybody was afraid to speak out, my sister-in-law, she went to visit her husband in the jail for half an hour and was very sick. She said, I'm not going to visit again until he comes out. It's not worth it. And some stooge of the chief minister, who was also a friend of my brother, took her there and asked, he was very, Babu was very fond of my brother. Everybody was actually off and on until they become enemy. But Babu said to her, why don't you write to Indraji? I have no power. But write to Indraji and write that my husband has always been fighting for the freedom of this country. He is 70 years old. He is no harm to this country. He cannot imagine harming this country. So why don't you? She was so upset on this. First of all, she cursed this friend. She said, why the hell you bring me here? She couldn't even pronounce name Bahuguna actually. She called her Bhigona. And she said to me, Bhigona was surrounded by many phones, telephones that is. And this man asked me, if he wanted to do something with him, let him go alone. Why did he take me there? So she told him that very bluntly. All his life he had been in jail. And tomorrow, if I say tomorrow something, he will say, oh, he apologized. So all his life's earning will be gone by one this. Please never, never speak that to me again. That was the time when even when I met JP, when he came back out of jail with Krishnakant ji, and Krishnakant ji gave a very good speech in Parliament against the emergency. But when I began to talk to him when coming to my house, in taxi, he said, don't talk, because the taxi driver may be a spy too. At that time, when people were afraid to meet me when I went to Hindustan, Hindustan Times, or all these elites, at that time, she had the courage to say, go to hell, to the chief minister of the state. And I think it is this mother who only weighed maybe 90 pounds, 5 foot, illiterate, when in 1942 people came to arrest my brother, 20 or 30, whatever number of these dacoits was, well, these police soldiers was. And she said to them at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it was really raining like anything, raining like hell. She always wants somebody should be police chief. This is police chief. Like the dogs you are running at night in dark, you can't even come in daytime to arrest a lion. That was the kind of speech. And then my brother woke me up, and he gave me the best present one could give. So it was 1/4 rupee in his box, and 75 poems of freedom, which I sent every day until 1942. We felt nobody, indeed nobody could subjugate us if my mother is that much free and the village is that much free that they had to come at night to arrest somebody. But in 1975, I was so amazed how the whole intellectual, all the intellectual people were the first, the editors of the paper and all that. I remember the last press conference by JP, there was only one person, Raghuveer Sahai, in that was a Hindi editor. And as soon as the emergency was imposed, Dinman, which was such a prestigious paper, he tore out these things which he had written. And from then on, it was only praising Indira, day and night, having God knows how many photographs of her every week after week. So that's why I feel that, to me, it's not the intellectuals who are the backbone, but these villagers, totally illiterate, like Gadar party people. I mean, Lala Hardayal betrayed Gadar. So did Savarkar by apologizing 6 times in prison. But these peasants, illiterate peasants, these illiterate laborers, once they stuck their neck out, they never gave up. Voting in the Andaman Nicobar for decades, coming out, jumping again in the freedom movement. And my feeling is that it is one person in the village who was dragged miles, tied to the jeeps in the back, but never uttered a secret that where one particular freedom fighter was. So it is these kinds of people. In order to save one Gandhi, I say every village has a little Gandhi, or maybe more. So that was the feeling that I was carrying on. And I think in order to do justice, I'll read some translations of Hindi poems. And in the end, since some friends know Hindi too, I will read basically at least one poem as I should be reading everywhere basically. So let me begin